These woods are home to the bones of many a fallen hero.
Simon Helberg didn't just play Howard. He played Nicolas Cage, Al Pacino, Christopher Walken, and his castmates so accurately that the show's creators rewrote episodes around his voice. Over 12 seasons, Howard went from the group's cringiest member to its most technically gifted performer, a classically trained pianist, a card magician, a live vocalist, and an impressionist so precise that Stephen Hawking himself laughed at the impression. These are his 20 funniest moments. Welcome to the countdown of the 20 funniest Howard Wolowitz impressions and moments. Grab your spot, and let's get into it. Before we start, which Howard impression is your favorite? Drop it in the comments. Number 20, the Horny Engineer, pilot persona of applied physics. You may be familiar with some of my work. It's currently orbiting Jupiter. Howard's first scene established everything about the character in 30 seconds.
Howard Wolowitz, Caltech Department of Applied Physics. You may be familiar with some of my work. It's currently orbiting Jupiter's largest moon, taking high-resolution digital photographs.
He speaks mixed Russian and English, calls himself a horny engineer, and positions himself as the group's experienced ladies' man. Pure effort, zero self-awareness, and somehow made you root for him anyway.
Bon douche.
I'm sorry?
It's French for a good shower. It's a sentiment I can express in 6 languages.
Number 19, the allergic face reaction. To buy time for Leonard's surprise party, Howard intentionally eats a peanut, knowing he's severely allergic. His face swells into something between a balloon animal and a medical textbook. Helberg delivered every line through a muffled mouth while looking like a horror movie character.
Look, sir, we are very busy here, and I just... Holy crap!
Please help me.
Code 4, I need a gurney!
It's body horror comedy with a kicker. He volunteered. Even at his creepiest, Howard sacrificed his body for his friends. Number 18, the Goth Howard persona. Howard and Raj reinvent themselves as creatures of the night to pick up women. Howard goes all in with heavy eyeliner and a brooding persona.
What's going on, day dwellers?
The physical comedy peaks when his skin breaks out in a violent allergic reaction to the cheap temporary tattoos. The visual of this small engineer fully committed to a lost boy identity is one of the show's most absurd images. Number 17, mocking Raj's accent. Raj Kuthrapali, and I'm wondering if you would like to go on a date. Howard calls a girl on Raj's behalf using an accent so cartoonish that Raj accuses him of sounding like a Simpsons character. His defense? He was providing a service Raj literally couldn't perform himself. It set the stage for one of the show's longest dynamics, Howard as Raj's translator, protector, and biggest mocker all in the same breath.
So, what are you wearing?
Number 16, the naked laptop retaliation. In a petty parking spot war, Howard retaliates by sitting naked in Sheldon's sacred couch spot while using his laptop to keep his parts warm. The ensuing standoff required careful camera positioning to stay family-friendly. This is post-space mission Howard. He went to orbit. He's not afraid of a physicist anymore. Number 15, the Vespa Hog persona. In the final season, Howard buys a Vespa and tries to revive his bad boy biker persona, calling it his hog. He cruises like a motorcycle gang member, only to be immediately grounded by the reality that he's a father of 2 who needs to be home for dinner. Number 14, the card trick that broke Sheldon. Howard performs a card trick that Sheldon cannot figure out.
It's not amazing.
He keeps the ruse going for the entire episode using Raj as a secret accomplice. Helberg performed the sleight of hand himself, a nod to his NYU clowning training, and the power dynamic is delicious.
Was your card the Jack of Diamonds?
Unbelievable!
For once, the guy without the PhD outsmarted the guy who won't stop reminding everyone he has one. Number 13, the heckled birthday magician. Howard performs magic at his cousin's birthday party, and the kids destroy him.
Look, I Googled it. It's a fake picture.
They heckle every trick, and he eventually argues with a child about the physics of real magic. It highlights everything about Howard, genuine technical skill, but a bottomless need for validation. Number 12. The spitball heard around campus. When Sheldon becomes a junior professor, Howard is his only student.
Hey. Okay, now that everyone's here, we can begin.
Instead of playing along, Howard becomes the nightmare student, eventually firing a spitball directly into Sheldon's open mouth during a lecture. The timing is surgical, and Howard's completely unbothered attitude shows a man who went to space and no longer cares about academic hierarchy.
I am your professor, and you're going to treat me with the proper...
Number 11. Zero Gravity, Fruit Loops. His mother's voice screams through the comms. Howard is on the ISS, living the dream. Except his mother somehow has comms access to lecture him about his Fruit Loops getting cold while he's floating in zero gravity.
Howard, your Fruit Loops are getting soggy!
The harness system required Helberg to learn how to suggest zero-G movement while hitting comedic timing. It's the ultimate subversion of the hero astronaut trope. You can go to space, but you can't escape your mother. Number 10. William Shatner's pauses. When the gang discovers Wil Wheaton hosts a D&D game with William Shatner, Howard prepares by doing his Shatner impression.
Of course not. It's Shatner.
The staccato delivery, the random dramatic emphasis, the Kirk-style pauses that make sentences feel Shakespearean.
Hello, Bill and I are just hanging out.
Helberg nails the specific cadence of the pause that makes Shatner imitations so difficult. The comedy comes from reverence for Star Trek combined with Howard's total inability to stop mocking the icons he worships. Number 9. The Stuart Bloom impression. In a car with Bernadette, Howard does a pitch-perfect impression of the comic book store owner Stuart Bloom, capturing his breathy, chronically depressed vocal tone with devastating accuracy.
Oh, Howie, I don't need food as long as I can look at my phone.
He switches seamlessly into a Bernadette impression and creates a one-man dialogue.
Oh, it's been a while since I've gone on a date. Mind if we watch the monkeys doing it?
Helberg and Kevin Sussman are close friends in real life, and the crew asked Helberg to do this because it was their favorite party trick on set. Number 8. The Bernadette Howie impression. Howard's impression of his own wife became one of the show's most reliable recurring bits. He captures Melissa Rauch's piercingly high-pitched, nagging voice so accurately that Rauch herself said it confused her on set. The real genius is the meta layer.
Oh, Howie, I don't need food as long as I can look at my phone.
Bernadette's voice was developed as a tribute to Mrs. Wolowitz, so when Howard imitates her, he's doing an impression of a younger version of his own mother. Number 7. Eating the butterfly. The most beautiful thing I've ever killed. Howard is in NASA survival training and completely broken. He calls Bernadette looking physically and mentally destroyed, describing how hunger drove him to eat a butterfly during a wilderness exercise.
I ate a butterfly.
The delivery is haunting, quiet, completely sincere. Simon Helberg called it a once-in-every-4 years comedic gift. It's the midpoint of Howard's space arc. The fantasy crashes into reality for a man who lived with his mother 6 months earlier. Number 6. The robot hand incident. To the front of his pants. Howard borrows a high-tech robotic arm from the university and uses it to unpack Chinese food. Then he decides to use its massage function on himself.
Howard, dinner's ready!
The situation escalates until the hand becomes firmly stuck on a part of his body requiring an ER visit, while still attached to his trousers. The prop was real, and Kaylee Cuoco called it one of the most memorable in the show's history. It's pure high-concept, physical comedy. Number 5. The Christopher Walken Dragon. This is the third voice in fans' Dungeon Master trilogy, and arguably the most impressive. Helberg captures Walken's signature disjointed pauses and eerie calm with such precision, it's been compared to Kevin Pollak's legendary impression.
You'd think, after all these years, I'd know not to fly over volcanoes.
The writers built an entire sequence around it to showcase his range. What makes it land is the material. Hearing Walken narrate a dragon falling into a volcano is inherently absurd, and Helberg commits to every syllable.
Mother! Is that you?
Number 4. The Stephen Hawking computer voice. Howard's impression of Stephen Hawking's synthesized voice is one of the most technically difficult vocal tricks on the entire show. He creates the sound by flicking his lips at high speed, producing a vibrating, monotone imitation of Hawking's communication device.
You're right.
But here's the detail that elevates it. Simon Helberg performed this in front of the actual Stephen Hawking during a run-through. He apologized immediately afterward. Hawking's handlers revealed he was actually laughing. The real Hawking approved. Number 3. The Al Pacino forest encounter. The second voice in the Dungeon Master trilogy, and the one that got the biggest live audience reaction. As the party encounters a satanic fungus, Howard shifts into Al Pacino.
You're playing D&D. You're playing D&D. This whole apartment!
Specifically referencing Pacino's famous courtroom outburst from And Justice for All. He bellows about the orders of the dungeon in a high-decibel snarl that perfectly captures Pacino's 1970s intensity. Helberg has performed this impression at the USC School of Dramatic Arts, demonstrating it's one of his most refined vocal bits. Number 2. If I Didn't Have You, the anniversary song. Howard writes a comedic but deeply romantic song for Bernadette's anniversary. When she's quarantined in a hospital room, he brings a keyboard and all their friends to the hallway. He performs the song live. Simon Helberg played piano on set, demonstrating his classical training.
I'd be an atom without a bomb, a dot without the com, and I'd probably still live with my mom.
The lyrics compare their love to Doctor Who without the TARDIS and other geek culture icons. It's the payoff to 6 seasons of growth. The Horny Engineer now performs a live piano ballad for his quarantined wife in front of all their friends. It's funny and sincere. It's the best argument that Howard Wolowitz had the most complete character arc on the entire show. Number 1. The Nicolas Cage Dungeon Master. This is it, the crown jewel. The moment where everything about Howard converges. The talent, the insecurity, the showmanship, the 12 years of being called the group's weakest link. Howard takes over as Dungeon Master and performs the narration as Nicolas Cage. He captures Cage's breathy delivery, the iconic ability to go from a whisper to a screaming explosion in a fraction of a second, and the chaotic, mercurial quality that makes Cage one of the hardest impressions in the business. Executive producer Steve Malero revealed the writers heard Helberg doing the Cage voice off camera and decided to build an entire sequence around it. But what makes this number 1 isn't just technical skill. It's the context. Howard is the guy without a PhD. He's the guy Sheldon calls an engineer like it's an insult. He spent early seasons as the most divisive character in the ensemble. And in this scene, even Sheldon is immediately enthralled. Howard finally found the arena where his talents make him the undisputed star. Simon Helberg trained at NYU's Tisch School of the Arts in clowning and commedia dell'arte. His co-star Kunal Nayyar called him the funniest human alive. When you watch this scene, you understand why. Howard Wolowitz isn't just a sitcom character. He's a performance-first creation built on classical training, vocal precision, and an actor who brought skills the creators didn't even know they needed. This is the scene that proved it.